teacher bullies black teen, unaware her mom is an FBI agent, justice served. A teacher's hidden agenda ***, teacher bullies black teen girl unaware her mom is an FBI agent. What happened next will shock you. Or imagine a classroom. For white walls, a buzzing fluorescent light, and 30 restless teenagers counting the minutes until the bell rings. It's supposed to be a safe space, a place for kids to learn, grow, and dream. But for one student, it became a battleground. This is the story of 15-year-old Maya Thompson. Bright, driven, and kind-hearted, Maya loved math, adored her mother, and wanted to make a difference in the world. But she never imagined her teacher, Mr. Carter, would push her to her breaking point, or that he had no idea who her mother really was. It began with something small. Maya, a sophomore at Wilson High, had always been a star student, straight A's, top of her class, awards, and glowing praise from most teachers. But from the very first day in Mr. Carter's class, something felt different. It wasn't just that he was strict or impatient. Most teachers have their tough days. This was something else entirely. In her first week, Maya noticed the way his eyes lingered on her longer than on anyone else, the sharp edge in his tone whenever he spoke to her. "You think you're so smart, don't you, Maya?" He sneered one day when she corrected an equation he'd written incorrectly on the board. The class chuckled nervously as Maya felt her face heat up. She brushed it off. She didn't want to cause trouble. But the snide remarks escalated. "Why don't you sit in the back? You people like to hide. Anyway, don't you have more important things to worry about than math? Maybe you should focus on your attitude." These words weren't just harsh. They dripped with racism, veiled under the guise of discipline. Maya knew it. She felt it. But she stayed silent. She didn't tell her friends, her classmates, or even her mother. Maya's mom, Alicia Thompson, was no ordinary parent. A seasoned FBI agent specializing in civil rights, she was one of the best in her field. But Maya didn't want to add to her mother's stress. "I can handle this," she told herself. "I'm strong enough." Then came the breaking point. One morning, Maya arrived to class 5 minutes late. Her bus had been delayed by traffic. "Late again," Mr. Carter announced, his condescending smirk sending chills down Maya's spine. "You know what? Write me an essay, 2,000 words, on why you people can't follow the rules. Due tomorrow." The room fell silent. "You people? Is that really necessary?" Maya asked softly. "Excuse me?" Mr. Carter barked. "Do you have a problem, Maya?" She wanted to scream, yes, but instead, she sank into her seat, tears stinging her eyes. That night, Maya didn't write the essay. She couldn't. The next day, Mr. Carter demanded it. "I didn't do it," Maya admitted quietly. "Well, maybe you're not as smart as you think you are," he snapped, his voice echoing across the room. And then Maya snapped. "Why do you keep picking on me?" she blurted out. The class froze. "Because you need to learn respect," Mr. Carter shot back. "You're just another disrespectful, lazy." Before he could finish, Maya grabbed her bag and bolted, hiding in the bathroom as tears streamed down her face. That's when she decided to tell her mom. Alicia listened quietly as Maya poured out every detail, the insults, the humiliation, the pain. When her daughter was finished, Alicia took a deep breath, pulled out her phone, and made a call. What Mr. Carter didn't realize was that this wasn't just personal for Alicia. It was her job. The very next day, Agent Thompson walked into Wilson High, her sharp black suit and gleaming FBI badge, leaving no room for doubt. She wasn't there as Maya's mom. She was there as a federal agent. She met with the principal, the superintendent, and Mr. Carter himself. "I treat all my students the same," Mr. Carter said with a smug grin. But Alicia had done her homework. Maya wasn't the only one. Other students had come forward, students who dropped his class, transferred schools, or stayed silent out of fear. Within days, Alicia uncovered a long history of complaints against Mr. Carter. Emails, statements, and a pattern of discrimination that couldn't be ignored. The investigation made headlines. Parents demanded answers. Justice was served. Mr. Carter was fired. As for Maya, she didn't just survive, she thrived. With her mother's support, she became an advocate, founding Voices for Justice, a school club that gave students a platform to speak out against discrimination. This story isn't just about a teacher, a student, or an FBI agent. It's about the power of speaking up, standing together, and refusing to let hate win. When you see injustice, don't look away. When you hear cruelty, don't stay silent. Because sometimes the strongest weapon against hate is the courage to tell the truth. And Mr. Carter? He learned one final lesson: never underestimate the power of a young girl or her mother. If you've made it this far, let us know where you're watching from and leave 100 points in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this one.